And we're joined once again by Romy El-Qalyoubi, Higher School of Economics lecturer. Welcome, sir, to this special coverage. And first off, what were the key outcomes of U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff's recent meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin regarding the proposed ceasefire in Ukraine?
Actually, the Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov confirmed today that this meeting is a step towards a summit between Putin and Trump, and there is actually quite positive attitude from the Russian side to the results of Witkoff's visit to St. Petersburg. But at the same time, it is noticeable that Russia is quite balanced in its attitude to the results of this meeting, as Russia understands that there are deep roots of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, which combines at the same time between a war between two sovereign countries and a civil war between two very close peoples which have a common history. Both of them follow Orthodox Christianity and actually speak very similar languages, and many parts of Ukraine are used to speak Russian. So we can say that the Russian position towards Russian-American progress in negotiations is quite balanced.
Mm-hmm. Now, sir, regarding General Keith Kellogg's proposal to partition Ukraine, what are the potential implications of this, and how has it been received by both Russian and Ukrainian officials?
Actually, many things depend on the position of Ukraine of this question. Actually, now it's expected that Witkoff will transfer this message to the Ukrainian side. Russia gets response from Ukraine via American intermediary, it will be possible to talk about some concrete results. But for the moment, there is just like some sort of optimism, but it's quite limited and balanced, as I mentioned, due to absence of a concrete ceasefire deal.
Mm-hmm. Now, sir, there seemed to be an understanding between Putin and the Trump administration. However, Russia still continues its drone attacks on Ukraine. What are the key obstacles to reaching a ceasefire agreement, and why is there a disconnect between the involved parties' expectations?
The obstacle is that Russia now is advancing on the ground. So the Trump proposal to freeze the conflict on current lines is not very attractive for Russia, because Russia can take more territories under its control before starting the negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, Russia tries to help Trump achieve some geopolitical goals before 100 days. Mm-hmm. Russia tries to manipulate to guarantee its own interest.
Now, sir, I have to ask you, from your point of view, what role could external nations play in influencing the duration of the conflict, and to what degree should they respect Russia's security concerns?
Actually, the conflict seems to continue for a few more months at least, and at the same time, the truce will not mean the end of the conflict, because as the history teaches us, sometimes reasons conflict start again and become hot conflicts, as it happened in Karabakh region in Azerbaijan, and as it happened in Donbass itself. So I think we should witness few more months of the battles before some ceasefire might be achieved.
Mm-hmm. Now, lastly, sir, as the conflict continues, both Russia and Ukraine face mounting international pressure. What are the potential risks for both sides if this conflict drags on indefinitely, and how might it impact their respective domestic stability and geopolitical relations as well?
The point is that there is no big risk for Russia, as Russia can mobilize hundreds of thousands of soldiers to sign contracts with the Ministry of Defense against very competitive wages. And actually, the problem is with Ukraine, but not Ukraine, if in case if the war continues few more years, might become a country without young men, without young generation. So, but while Russia can afford the conflict for a few more years.